welcome to another Review Room tutorial. Last time we were talking about how to translate the different email messages on the site. So essentially what we said is you're going to have to create multilingual messages, essentially separate out the languages with some dashes and then provide the translated messages below as shown. So that's with respect to emails on the site. Now let's go to the next section, which is page text. Now this is different though. For these, you need to basically, for each one of these different sections, what you can do is you can provide translation. So you can put in a French version and an English version, and each one will be translated as such. So that's in terms of page text. And of course, for most of these, you can not worry about them because most of them are handled. But if you would like to provide some text here, you can do that as well. Same thing with labels. You can translate labels as you wish here. Just make sure to provide the French version of these labels. And of course, this is the other section. While I'm here, I can show you that you can actually change colors and such. But I won't do that because we'll talk about that in a different tutorial. So let's go to the permission section. The permission section is going to show you some other portions of the software. I don't believe there are any translations here, just going to confirm, and there are none. Okay, the only other place where there would be some potential translations where you can take a look at is the triggers section. And in the triggers, again, we'll talk about triggers in a separate tutorial, but in the triggers section, sometimes one of the actions taken by a trigger is to send out an email. And so if an email is going to be sent out, you'll find the information in this section. And again, like any other email, it needs to be provided as a multilingual email. That's all the languages that you would like should be in the context of this email, and that way the user will be able to read it in whichever language they prefer. So other than emails, pretty much everything else in the site can be translated using the standard drop-down menu that you see when you go on the pages, the relevant pages where you can do the translations. And as soon as you do the translations, I would suggest open an incognito window, sign up as an applicant, run through the whole process in both of the languages that you'd like your, all the languages that you'd like your review room to be translated into, and make sure that there's no bleed through. If there's any bleed through, go back and find where it is and go ahead and fix it. And of course, if you have any questions on where to find something, make sure to just email us, support@myreviewroom.com, and we can help you out with that. And again, for French, we've translated a lot of the default things like buttons and typical things that are application related. Those we've translated. Currently, translations for such things are only available in French. However, if you have another language that you'd like us to add in default translations for, contact us and we can work together and add that language in. It is our intention going forward to add many more languages to Review Room as default languages. So, by the time that you watch this video, we may have some more available. And if not, let's work together and we can create some more languages as well. So thanks so much for watching this video. That's it for the translation section. We'll continue on within our settings section to talk about the next section. And if you're wondering what the next section is going to be, we can show you what that will be as soon as the settings page loads. Essentially, we talked about languages, and of course the next section we're going to be talking about is publicity. So stay tuned for the section on publicity coming up next.